Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Channeling for the Collective. My name is Allison Holly, and I offer this live stream every week here on my channel to offer guidance for the current energies that we're in and also channel for one of you. So, actually, after this live stream, I will be taking a break. Normally, I'm here every Sunday, but yeah, let's gather for now and I'll dive more into the shifts and changes that I'm experiencing. So if you're here live, please say hello in the chat. Hi, Jesse. Hi, Stacy. It's good to see you. Hi, Chris. Yeah, so I have determined that, first of all, let's just chat a little bit about these current energies. I have to laugh that laugh of a mad woman again, right? How are we doing? Hi, Courtney. I'd love to hear from all of you. There has been a lot of shifting, a lot of transformation. I have noticed it. Hi, Indie Yogi. I love that name. I have noticed it with a lot of people. Rapid shifting, rapid transformation. And of course, I've been experiencing it in my own life. Here we go, right? So beautiful. Hi, Arno. So let's see. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. So, and of course, as humans, we experience this rapid transformation in a specific way because as humans, we're almost built to have attachments. That's the training, that's the world that we're born into. It's sort of what our mind feels natural doing is creating all of these attachments. So when things change, it can be startling, it can be unsettling, it can feel sort of like, well, what's going to be left after all of this? And so I want to walk with you through this process and also let you know that the other side of it, in case you're not currently experiencing this, I'm noticing that I'm experiencing both at the same time, which is really cool. It used to be that it was just difficult when I would go through these massive transformations, and all I would feel was this like, oh, my life is falling apart and the buildings are falling down. And now I really deeply experience this joy with it at the same time as things are shifting. And it's really interesting because I live in this state of really understanding surrender, going deeper into it, that when we're in that state of surrender, here's the other side of it. The other side of it is excitement and bliss for what is coming in, what's being created, what is joyful, simultaneous to all of the shifting. So it is, and it's so powerful. These new abilities that are coming in. I have started to consciously practice telekinesis. I'm really excited for summer camp because I'm finally going to teach it for the very first time, along with telepathy. There's a lot that's shifting and transforming within me. And at the same time, of course, we've got to make room. We've got to make space for these new things. All right. So I'm going to read some of this. Hello, creators. Hi. Good day. Oh, you're also like friendly. Hi, Floor. Hi, Zahira. Hi, Kennedy. Oh, such a sweet group. I love seeing all of you. And thank you for being here. So let me know in the comments if you are joining in on those. Let me know what's going on with you, this massive transformation. It's this really powerful experience of being in the realms of time, of witnessing everything that's moving out and everything that's moving in, and all of it happening simultaneously, really being multidimensional. I had a friend who asked me the other day, she said, you use that word multidimensional a lot, and I want to clarify, what is it that you really mean when you say that? So I want to clarify for all of you, we exist in multiple dimensions because we're infinite beings. We exist in all dimensions simultaneously, and we are conscious within certain dimensions. What that really means is each dimension sort of has its, I talk about it more in here, my book, The Era of the True Creator. So if you're curious, check this out. But each dimensional space has different laws, different ways of functioning, different things that are sort of normal to that realm. And as we go through an awakening, we start to experience those different dimensional spaces consciously. Whereas previous to an awakening, maybe we're just existing in the human dimension, which is more physical, more, we could say logical, but it's not. And so, anyway, we're existing more consciously within one. And when we awaken, we start to expand into, consciously experiencing the other ones that we're already within, just not conscious within. And we're not conscious within it because we need to play the human game right now. So, what we're doing as we go through this awakening is we're not leaving the human experience. We are learning how to be within all of them. And this is where we become superheroes. We experience the higher dimensions simultaneous to being conscious within the lower frequency dimensions. And we start to learn, what does this moment or this experience call of me to do? Would it be best if I, experience this and use the tools of the third dimension, the physical realm? Or would it be best for me to access and be conscious mostly within that fifth dimensional space, or even the fourth dimensional space? And so we're, or sixth dimension, which is where we get, telekinesis and all of those, what I call superhuman superhero powers. So we are really learning to sort of access and consciously uh, live within and use the skills and tools within each dimension. So that's what I mean by multidimensionality. Let me read some of this. Yes. To me, this feels like rising instead of a linear shift. So it's really interesting because it does feel vibratorily like rising. And to explain dimensionality, it all exists within itself. It's not linear in that it goes up, but our human selves really experience it in a rising, right? So ascension, we call it ascension because it's going from that real dense, it's almost like being underwater is how I feel it. This real dense pressure of being in the denser realities where the vibration is slower and things like that, the human experience. And it is a rising. We're like, ooh, like I'm vibrating so much faster. There's a real difference that way. But the way that dimensions actually exist is they're all right here, right now. So it's very interesting, and I'm still finding the language to describe that. But thank you for your observation and your comment. Yeah, it's not a linear shift. You're right, Indie Yogi. So, okay, let's see. It's been intense, challenging, flow, trust, and surrender, beauty, joy, insight, and gifts, embodiment. Fire, fire, fire emoji, dragon emoji. I love that. So expansive. Yeah, isn't it just like, whew? All right. I'm not sure, but I think for some it might indeed be a rising. Others might be shifting. Probably just all depends on who and where we are in life. Very cool. I like this discussion. Everybody's experiencing it in their own way. And our mind, is always trying to understand. And that's a beautiful thing. Our mind is always trying to understand what this experience is, so beautiful the way that we interpret it. And this is, the reason that different technologies come through, because each of us interpret these divine geometries and then we interpret it and share it. And it comes through as, even yoga, different technologies. My guidance team has been delivering something that they call or shared with me that I'm to teach called 0 point science, 0 point technology. And of course, that's the interpretation, the best wording that could be put to this particular type of channeling experience. So, let's see. That's fascinating, Allison. Thank you for the clear explanation of multidimensionality. Yeah, it's really a funny thing to try and describe. I know we're all experiencing it and even sharing it here, what that feels like. Darn, I guess I can't see or hear anything? Hmm, tell me more about what that of course you can. I've been very focused on raising my vibration. I love that. Hmm. All right, Courtney, thanks for coming in with the admin question. So let's go ahead and open it up to if you have a question that you would like me to channel about, type it in the chat. Type Q before you type it so that I know that it's a question and I can count it up separate from the chat. And let me go into announcements. Let's see. Oh, I also want to, before I go into announcements, I want to explain uh, why, and share with you all. This will be my last live stream for a little while, and I'm not sure when or if I'll come back to this. It is time for me to play in a different way. And I'm flowing through all of these changes that are occurring within me and being very present for what I need in order to be nourished through this process. I'm learning a lot. Interestingly enough, the learning that I'm doing is very grounded. So my whole awakening journey has been, and I know I show up as a channel, but that part is actually I want to say it's very easy for me. The part that has not been easy for me, that has taken more of my conscious awareness to learn, is how to be grounded, how to be human. And there's a lot that I want to take my time and explore with right now. So over this summer, I'm going to be playing a lot. I'm going to be diving into the teachings that I'm receiving through channeling and activating them through my body. I will continue coaching. I will continue the things that are on my website. I will continue events as I feel called to offer them, and I will continue my private community, which is free to join. So if you're curious about any of those things, the link is in the description box below. And I'm also going to be releasing a lot of YouTube videos. So you may see that I shared one on Friday. Go ahead and check that one out. That's where I describe what channeling is. It's a new definition of channeling. Or maybe new, might be right on the same page as where you are. But so I'm just going to be stopping these live streams and diving more into my personal flow. A lot of that is creating very different things. And like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to come back to these live streams. We'll just see how it all goes. But it's been a fun journey. And like I said, we'll see. All right, I'm seeing some questions. Please don't leave us for the whole summer. Come to summer camp. It's in 2 weeks. Let's go ahead and dive into those announcements. So summer camp, True Creator Adult Summer Camp is in 2 weeks. If you want to come, I have payment plans that will suit you. I'm making it super accessible. We have a handful of bed spaces left, which means that we have, I want to say, 6 spaces left. And if you want to come, uh, you are you are entirely capable of getting yourself to camp. You can create miracles. This is going to be a really powerful space. And feel free to message me if you would like a payment plan. and I'll set that up for you. There's really no reason. If you're feeling the call, come to camp. All right. So it's going to be a really powerful space. It was last year, and then we skipped a year. The year before, it was really powerful. This year, I'm going to be really focusing on ET contact. I'm going to be focusing on telekinesis workshops, manifestation workshops, inner child workshops, and let's see what else. Telepathy workshops, nature play, all sorts of things. It's going to be a really good time. So I hope that you join us after summer camp. I'm not sure what I'll be offering. Just stay tuned. And if you want to stay in touch and figure out what I'll be offering, definitely join my free community, the True Creator community. Also, you can join my email list, and I'll announce everything on there. I'm also moving away from a lot of my social media. So, or I'm shifting it. So, yeah, lots of changes, lots of changes. All right. Come to summer camp, LOL. Hi, Gina. Oh, I love these questions coming in. Oh, good, Jesse. I'm glad that it's working again. Thank you, Courtney, for your assistance. All right. Ah, lovely, lovely. So, what other announcements do I have? If you would like to learn how to channel, I have a course. It's called the Learn to Channel course. I also have a workbook. It's called the Learn to Channel workbook. Lots of ways for you to access that. Links are in the description box below. I heard that there was a big solar flare this weekend. I tend to be pretty sensitive towards those. I wonder if any of you are feeling that. Mm. All right. So I see lots of questions. I'm going to, Courtney, will you do me the favor of counting those and choosing a winner, please? I would appreciate that. And I'll share with you all. I also recorded a video recently, yesterday, about um, my journey into channeling, how it started for me, and I will be releasing that sometime this week. So keep an eye out for it. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment, all of those things. Solar energy, yes, feeling that. Yes, solar flare energies. So much rising to be released. There's a lot going on. Mhm. All right. Just witnessing all of your comments, trying to make sure that I caught all of them. Thank you, Stacy. True Creator Summer Camp link is in the description. Awesome, awesome. We currently have 21 people attending summer camp, and this year we have room for 32. So, based on the cabins that ended up being configured, we originally had room for 60, and I've narrowed it down with the current group that we have coming, that we have room for 32. All right. So that leaves, I'm doing the math wrong then. That leaves 11 spaces. Oh, that's why my math is wrong, because I just reconfigured it yesterday, and actually it opened up 4 more spaces, and then we had one person register. So I don't know if the math is correct, but that's not my, I'm not here for math. I'm learning. All right. Clayton, hello. Okay, Courtney says, question number 1. Oh, yes. And Clayton, I'm sorry, the question had already been received. Okay, so it's Chris's question. Let's go all the way back. Let's see. Okay, Chris. How can we help the parts of us that are resistant to letting go of the old feel safe to do so when we don't know what the next step looks like? What a good question. Let's look into it. So, for those of you who have been here before, you know the drill. I'm going to close my eyes, I'm going to dive into this individual question. After I bring through the guidance for this individual question, I'll go into the collective channeling, and then I will come out. I would love to continue reading um, your comments. So feel free to keep posting those because I'll read them when I come out. Oh, okay. I love this question. I feel like that's coming around because of the rapid transformation that's occurring. Hmm. Grounding is very helpful and important right now. How do we let ourselves feel safe to let go when we don't know what's coming next? Hmm. This is mental training. This is mental training because the old way of doing things is that the mind needed to know what was coming next. And the mind actually has never been able to know what's coming next other than by over enforcing the programs onto life. So the only way to know what's coming next, really truly, is to have the mind enforce a program into the future. So when we allow ourselves to disengage from programs, we start to become very present. And part of that unfolding is that the mind doesn't know what's coming next. But here's the really cool thing about this question is when we let go of the mind knowing what's coming next, the heart or the larger part of us actually knows what's coming next because everything is energetically safe. So when we don't know from the mind what's coming next, it actually opens us up to the larger template of truth, which is that we do know what's coming next. It is vibrationally, we know what's coming next vibrationally. We don't know from the mind, but we do know vibrationally because the law of vibration is all of these laws that we've been studying, the law of attraction. There's so many that we've been studying, but they're all really one and the same. It is just saying that where you are vibrationally is what is going to be created. Even that law, our mind has taken and trapped us within this fear of if I'm holding a wrong vibration now, or quote unquote wrong, we believe that there can be a wrong vibration. And then we think, oh, I'm holding this vibration, and that means that I can't control my future, right? But the truth is that everything is moment by moment changeable. In this moment now, it can shift and it will shift because vibrations are not static. They're always shifting, they're always changing based on where we are navigating ourselves from. The quickest and easiest way to determine what the next vibration will be is by being in the heart center now. So, learning to attune to the heart, moving from needing the mental knowing to attuning to heart vibration. Because heart vibration, when we make that shift, here's deeper into what was just coming through. The mind desires control. The mind thinks that every moment is permanent. It's very much like a toddler, where if you disappear, you're gone forever. That idea, oh, I can't see you because you're behind a door, so you're gone forever. That's the way that the mind works. It's never actually matured out of that. The mind is always that way. If you hide behind a curtain, you're gone forever. That's the way that the mind works, the lower mind specifically. But the heart is infinite. The heart is attuned to being infinite. So when we learn each moment, okay, I'm in my head, move back into the heart. Oh, I'm in my head again, move back into the heart. The moment that we attune to the heart, we access our infinite nature and we know that we can shift everything within that moment because the heart center is naturally attuned to infinite possibility because it is the infinite. So, how do we attune to the heart? It's very simple. We bring our conscious awareness to that center. We were given the physical center of the heart to make it easier for us. Hands on the heart. Breathe. Our lungs are right there with the heart center. How beautiful is this? I want to bring this up because of me personally, Allison, one of my favorite things is Mandela effects. I love them so much because it points to reality always shifting, even on a collective level. If you haven't heard of a Mandela effect, go look it up. But there is a Mandela effect where the heart, when I was growing up, the heart was on the left side. The heart has moved to the center now. Collectively, and many people believe that's always been where it is. So people have different memories of what they were taught. It has moved to the heart center as a signpost that collectively we now know our heart, even in a physical level of reality, to be in the center. So cool. That's an interjection, but really, really, I love that. And I wanted to share that with all of you. All right. So that interjection, we are given the physical center of our heart, being right there with our lungs, because when we attune to the breath, which is our way of accessing infinite presence and accessing that marriage between physical and ethereal, physical and ether, physical and beyond matter, physical and air, but it's really beyond matter. That's that marriage. It's through the breath. And we're given that right there in the center. It's right with our heart. Attune your focus to the heart center. We're given all of these physical abilities to point the center right here. And when we do that, we access the infinite heart center, the energetic heart center. And when we do that, the mind releases the tight control and the heart can lead the way. And this is how we allow ourselves to be less afraid, because the mind will never know what's coming next unless it inserts its own program. And the heart will always know what's coming next because it lives in the vibratory field of creating the experience of what's next. You are infinite. You are infinite beings. And what that means is not that things go on forever and ever, but this moment right now is all there ever is. And this moment right now is all there ever is. We access infinity through one moment, one present moment, not by reaching into the future or reaching into the past and thinking this goes on forever or this goes on forever. Infinity is truly mirrors. When we face a mirror up to a mirror, that's infinity. And it's a moment looking into itself. That's infinity. It's not by reaching into the future. It's not by reaching into the past. We're even looking at infinite nature in a linear way. Infinite nature is within. Just as at the beginning of this, I love how this always plays a factor into how all of this works. At the beginning, there was mention of it's not a linear process. Really beautiful comment. Again, we're seeing this now. It is not a linear process. It's all within the same moment. That individual moment doesn't even exist, really, but the individual moment is the best that we can grasp it at times. That is infinite. Going within the one moment is the infinite. It reminds me of being a little kid, and the idea of infinity was just mind-blowing. What is infinity? Can I count that high? I used to love counting. And the idea of infinity meant that I would count to infinity. That's how my young mind saw it. The young mind is always here. The mind is always trying to understand infinity. It's not linear. It's within the now. It's within the now. So it's not your responsibility to plot your life in a way that feels safe. That's the mind. And the mind will create a linear process for you to feel safe, but it is confined. It is confined because the mind will only give you what has been given. The mind will only give you what the mind knows. It will be a repetition. To truly access the infinite and unlimited possibility is to be within the infinite nature, the true infinite nature of the heart. Let go of the programs by being in the heart and let the heart guide a vibratory experience through the infinite now to exponential, expansive creation. It's so powerful. It's so beautiful. And the steps, the tangible steps, are to take your physical body, your physical focus, place it in the heart center. Practice being there. Practice when you feel your mind spinning, going to the heart. If you are someone who is energetically ungrounded, the earth has much to teach us about how to feel safe, even within the physical reality, physical layer of our multidimensional selves. Learn from the earth, learn that destruction is a beautiful part of the process. Learn to not resist the destruction as it is being naturally called on. The earth will naturally call for destruction of things according to the cycle that the divine earth has in store for it. So we can access infinity even through physical processes of birth, living, death, and the destruction that creates the new birth. We can learn from the earth that physical level of safety by witnessing how to release attachment to things continually needing to grow or stay in stasis. That doesn't exist anywhere on the earth, anywhere in nature. Nothing in nature is that way. So even the earth, in the very physical sense, has so much to teach us about the regenerative and destructive process being so perfect and so whole. And when we attune to the earth, there's a different type of creation that we can start to witness that shows us how to, from the heart space, not from the mind, although the mind can map it, but we want to pay attention not to attach to it, because attachment is where we try and continue something based on a program, because even crops fail some years. But the heart can access this grounded nature, or our physical bodies can access this grounded nature of the earth and teach us how to attune to and flow with, as a Tai Chi master would, with the earth and with the energetics of all that is. We can flow with the cycles. We can witness, oh, there's a change in the wind. Spring is coming. And we attune our bodies and our life experiences toward those gentle cycles and those gentle nudges that the earth is giving us through very physical processes. These are not things that we attach to. Again, even crops fail some years, but we can taste the wind. We can smell the change of energy. We can use our physical bodies to attune to these natural frequencies and know what's coming, not even from a premonition space, but from a very real attunement to the frequencies of the physical earth. We can listen to these processes and know exactly what's going to be happening next, because it's all already written. Even physical processes are already written. I'm getting a strong sense of taste. I can smell energies. That's a very strong ability that I have. smell and taste are very much the same for me. I can smell and taste energies as they're shifting. And my mouth is watering right now, and I'm tasting the frequency of the earth shifting in different seasons, in different things growing. We can attune ourselves to that level. And in fact, it's being called on us to do so. To summarize, access this new attunement of quote safety. It's really accessing the eternal nature of all through the heart space and through physically aligning to the earth through our bodies. This is how we do it. Kura ishtiaka kuano mo kuru ayatshtaka niyama hu otukura. You're eternally safe. Oh, I didn't do the collective channeling, but there it is. That's the collective channeling. That's what wanted to come through. That felt really good. Thanks for being present with that, my loves. I'm so glad that, yeah, hit home, Chris. Yum, yum, yum. That felt really good. Feelings of anxiety feels like focusing back to the heart can help. Yes, yes, yes. Mind-heart coherence is a way of putting it. Yes. All right, my loves. Allison, I love how it always helps us even when we didn't ask it. I love that too. I love how easy it is to just have all of the questions, sort of the guidance comes through for all of it. It's an example of the infinite that we access, isn't it? It's all there. All right, my loves. Summer camp is in 2 weeks. If you want to come, send me an email. We'll work out a payment plan for you to access it, and I will see you there. I will see you another time too. There is an upcoming cacao ceremony in my online space, the True Creator Community. It is July 16th. There is a space for you to order cacao in the community. It's through my beautiful friend Amber Lee. Many of you have already met her, so that's another announcement I'm kind of interjecting. And I will talk to you all soon. Thank you for being here. Bye, my loves.